We're here at the Designing Out Waste workshop with Priority One today. We're going to talk about how we can really push the waste hierarchy to try and avoid it in the first place. That's where the golden nuggets lie. We need to start looking a little bit earlier. We really encourage people to think about how they communicate with their designers, their architects from the beginning. A lot of the waste from builds at the moment, they've reported 50%, but here in Tauranga about 23% of construction demolition waste go to landfill, and that's the last place we want it to end up in because a lot of that stuff can still be used. We don't plan in waste. We won't sit with a problem at the end. So it's super important because it's really important that we start thinking about these resources as just that, resources and not waste. And if we plan ahead and we respect the resources, then we minimize the problem that we have at the bottom of the hill. With a little bit of planning, with a little bit of communication, we really can get to a better place together.
We're very lucky to be the constructors of choice for Tauranga City Council's new office building, which is the largest mass timber office building in the Southern Hemisphere. We're also taking that design philosophy through to the community hub and library, both mass timber buildings with some hybrid steel for seismic support. Sustainability in design is a pretty new concept within construction in New Zealand. We've been concrete and steel for so long that's the general construction methods and materials of choice. It's great to have an alternative that's coming into the market and getting some decent runs on the board as far as the design principles and understanding the fire and seismic design limitations of them. That's one aspect of where we make a bit of a difference in our sustainability mantra as a company. We've got 5 large mass timber buildings happening right now within New Zealand, one in the Living Building Challenge in Wellington, and a couple of stick frame mass timber buildings, and then these mass timber buildings in Tauranga. On these projects, they are Green Star 6 rating. Part of the Green Star requirement is that we manage and monitor the amount of waste that we send into the waste stream. So that's challenged the team into thinking about other ways that we can reuse, recycle or repurpose some of the materials that are coming off as a general waste stream. It's pretty encouraging to see a whole group of people that are coming together to come up with different ways of being able to use the general waste.
In Aotearoa, we have one of the highest rates of waste to landfill globally. In 2018, we sent 3.7 million tonnes of waste to municipal landfills, which equates to about 750 kgs per person. And of that, up to 50% of that waste is made up from construction and demolition. So that's a lot.
It's really, really important that you establish your ambition, how much you want to be thinking about this when you are starting a development, how much you want to be planning for this in advance, because if you plan for it in advance, it will be less expensive. You will have more people, more stakeholders on board who understand sustainability and can help you with your ultimate goal. And it makes the whole process much easier and much smoother as you are managing through the whole process.
I think one thing we need to recognise is that everybody is at a different part on their sustainability journey and on their knowledge base. So in terms of the benefits of that, yes, there's reducing landfill, but there's also, I guess, our role and responsibility as part of being involved in the construction sector. And thinking back to the Te Ao Māori core values and the Te Ao Māori worldview of kaitiakitanga, at the heart of all of that is protecting their environment and protecting for future generations, and being an architect, creating spaces and places that enrich the lives of many and keeping that value, even if it's not driven by clients or by other consultants or by projects in themselves. There's so much that we can be doing on a day-to-day basis, and decisions that we can make and choices that we have that can result in positive change, and we can be leaders in this field.
Developing our practice, and we're becoming more aware of our environment and who we're developing for, and on the whenua as well, and how we respect that. It's one of those things that we're becoming more aware of and doing a lot more training, and so people are aware of the narrative that we want to follow. Sites that we dispose of are terrible, and that we can do a lot better, although that is something globally that we all need to work on. We've got some hero projects here in Tauranga that I think need to be celebrated at the same time, and those are going from one polar to the other, which is how bad we're doing at our recycling and being aware of that waste, to just how fantastic some of our projects are and how sustainable they are moving forward.
Priority One has a sustainability section on their website. Also, two great resources that we have is the Tauranga City Council website. There's a section within there on waste minimisation. The other one is Brands, which is Rebri, has got a huge toolkit. It will assist you with waste minimisation plans, whether or not that's for a construction project, operational, other aspects of that, and a significant number of resources online